for work, but for recording Zoom meetings.
That's good, I guess. I had to go in and turn down, like, I swear that filter for like clean up my appearance.
Yes.
I swear that it fluctuates from like every single time because I was just looking at when you were in here earlier, and it was like my face looked very like one tone. And I was
Right,
like, oh,
right.
what happened to my face? So, while you were gone, I turned that down.
We went to the Livermore outlets.
Oh, okay.
It's really nice going in the morning or on a weekday because there's no one there.
I was gonna say a weekday morning, yeah, like no one,
Yeah,
no
like
one's gonna be over there.
Where if you go on the weekend,
It's packed.
chaos.
Like the freeway going by it is a parking lot on the weekend.
Yeah. And now that they only allow like 4 people into each store,
Ugh.
corridors would just fill up with people. So it was really nice to like walk around and be amongst the living.
Yeah. I think you'll see more of that as we get closer to like July.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I think it's going to be September.
Oh, I think for things to go back to like
it's going to take forever to go
normal.
Back to normal.
It'll be a long time.
Yeah,
I think we'll be masking up for over a year still.
All right, now we've depressed everyone.
Yes, welcome. Well, we just wanted to have a really depressing conversation. That's it. See you later, everybody.
Bye. So I say this like every time we do one of these reviews. I say it every time, but I'm going to say it again. I have a download that's ending in about a minute, so my bandwidth might get better after that. I have a guy that I give money to outside of Target, and he gives me a box of comics. And Sweet. The agreement is that he likes money and I like comics.
Sure.
And he knows what I like. I don't know his name. He doesn't know my name. He knows what I like, though, and he fills the box with things that I like. And that's typically
that's cool.
Silver Age and Golden Age. So let's go through these really quick. And maybe we'll talk about something, maybe not. Or we'll just talk about how quirky comics are in general. All right.
Not a bad way to go.
Batman number 143.
I feel like I've seen this cover before.
Bat-Hound is attacking a guy with a gun. And this alien...
ignoring the greater threat.
Yeah. This is kind of a sad story.
Uh-oh.
This alien lands on Earth and needs help. And everyone kind of starts attacking him. And Bat-Hound, like, Ace the Bat-Hound, gets everyone off him and kind of says, hey, back off, people. This is my buddy. And then these guys are running away from Batman and Robin like they're the criminals, I guess. And they blow up a bridge, and the alien stands under the bridge to hold it up.
Oh.
It collapses on him and he dies.
Oh.
And then they bury him, and Bat-Hound lays next to his body, kind of thing.
Wow, yeah, what a sad comic.
Better, though, there's another story in here where Robin decides to retell his adventures with Batman, and it gets very weird.
That seems less interesting.
Very quickly. You were interested in this. Green Lantern number 46.
Oh, that is cool.
When Green Lantern died.
Oh, mm-hmm. It's just another day in the life of being a Green Lantern. There's a chance you're gonna die.
He was trying to save Pieface's life.
Oh man.
I think that's the name of his like pilot friend.
Oh sure. Yeah.
Fighter pilot friend Pieface.
Sure.
It's not as cool as Top Gun's names, but maybe a little pie.
It's no Goose or Maverick.
Right. It's a Pieface.
Police Trap.
Number 17. Police Trap is a very well-known gold comic in general.
Oh, okay.
Adventure Comics number 377, I think. Yeah. And this guy's saying, "Save my boy." He somehow ended up on top of that building.
And Superman's like, I can't right now. I'm with Super Prostitute.
Well, Superboy is a hero for hire. So he's like, you can wait. I got money to make.
Yes.
Superman number 215. Lois Lane. It's a retelling of Lois Lane dying that didn't actually happen.
Okay. She's like, tell me how she died. And Superman's like, well, she didn't really, but I'll make something up.
Yeah, that's his daughter, Lainey.
Oh.
These are really weird.
Terrible name.
Lady.
Especially when it's Lois Lane.
Yeah.
And he's like, Lainey.
Lainey Lane Kent.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's not. It's not a good name.
These are really controversial because these are all 1969 comic books. And that's kind of on the cusp of gold and silver. And so some people, when they're trying to get more money out of it, they'll be like, gold issue of Superman.
Oh.
But then when
they're kind of on the edge of not being. Yeah. Ooh. At first I thought that the Rock or whatever he's got in his left hand, is that a mask?
It's a mask.
Okay, at first I thought he was holding a monkey's head. And I was like, that's weird for Batman's like, I'm gonna kill you with this monkey's head.
Behind the black mask.
Oh.
That's what is Batman number 387?
Who's he fighting? Who's the Black Mask?
I don't actually know.
Oh.
A lot of the characters back then would only appear in one comic.
Sure.
You know, like first appearance, dies.
Yeah.
Yes, Lois Lane hooked up to a truth whatever.
Right.
And Superman's asking why she killed what's her face, Lana.
Something great about these Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane comics is I feel like a lot of them are very how do I put it? They have like clickbaity.
Oh yeah. That's exactly what I thought when I went. Yeah.
Like what's on the
the
cover is vaguely what's happening, but it doesn't give you the full story, so it's not really what's going on.
Yeah, it's the original. These and the Jimmy Olsen ones.
Yeah, they're all
the
super
original
clickbait, which is really great.
Yeah,
really great. Someone did a YouTube video on that once, and I can't remember.
Oh, they did.
But
excellent.
I'll send it to you if I can find it. But it was a really great. It was a really good article. Just about. He especially points out the issue of the Jimmy Olsen one, where Superman's burning the like Father's Day gift. And he walks you through to like, this one's like vaguely clickbaity. He's like, but this is what actually happens in the comic, as opposed to just Superman being a jerk and being like, no, Jimmy Olsen, I'm gonna burn this gift.
That went all the way into the 80s.
Oh, really?
And they actually started making fun of it. There's a Excalibur comic. I'm all fuzzy again because I moved too quickly. There's a Excalibur comic that actually the guy sweeping is like, I'm not going to put something on this cover that you won't see in the comic, so you see nothing, right?
Oh,
that's
funny.
Yeah, they actually started making fun of it. Fantastic Four number 209.
Oh. Help, we're fighting Space Snake.
I like this guy.
Oh yeah, the robot. Herbie? Yeah. I liked it in the cartoon when they used to do like the one-off like VHS cartoons of the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
He like replaced the Human Torch for a while. Like the Human
Yeah,
Torch just wasn't there, and it was Herbie the robot. I remember when I was a kid being just like, "What? Like I
yeah,
don't care about this dumb robot."
yeah. Wasn't that around the time that Rob the Robot was came out, like
Yeah, probably.
as an
That was
accessory?
like forgotten. Yeah, yeah, probably.
Um, okay, the next comic's hilarious, but
Oh,
um, so when WandaVision revealed actually who was getting met on the hill,
sure.
Fantastic Four futures, so kind of predictions as to how valuable your collection is
Hmm.
based on speculation, went down massively.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it wasn't Reed Richards or whatever.
That's too funny. Too funny.
Okay. Um. So I have this comic already.
The Confessions of Superman.
Superman here is saying the following: oh, your coloring is very bright, Rob.
Yeah, something happened. It was okay earlier. I'll fix it while you're explaining.
It breaks my heart, but my conscience forces me to tell the truth about my past. The world must know I'm the blackest criminal who ever lived.
Well, they weren't always as careful with their wording back then. There we go. That should fix my
Yeah, that's
camera's
good.
coloring.
Yeah, that's good.
Livingen.
So
Livingen. Livingen. Is this just a German Batman
it's
comic?
a Ukrainian
Ukrainian,
or
sorry.
Swedish, one of the two.
Okay.
And Lenvigen means Batman.
Sure.
And what they do is this is number 3. They combine 2 detective comics into one comic, and that's
Interesting. And what
Detective
you
Comics 574 and 575.
so what year is that?
1988.
Okay. I was wondering because I think Batman's got like a gun holster on his chest.
Yes, he
Yeah?
does. Yeah,
Okay.
and he's
That's in the
holding a
day.
gun.
Yeah, he's holding the gun. This is the days where Batman's like, you know what? I'm tired today.
Right. I'm gonna swoop down and just shoot a bunch of people in their faces.
I'm just gonna shoot him and leave. Except for the main villains. They can stay alive.
Sergeant Fury
Oh,
and his Mighty
nice.
Commandos.
Yep.
This
This
one's
one's
for
for
Dino.
Dino.
Dino, I
I
guess.
was gonna say it was probably Dino if they're talking about a person, Dino if he's actually avenging a dinosaur.
Yeah, that's number 38. The most boring comic. Prince Valiant, number 900.
It is uh, some artwork does a really good job, and some comics do a really good job of conveying motion and movement.
Yes.
That art
Yes.
does
Yeah.
does not. Like you can tell because you're a person and you you look at it and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
obviously the guy with the sword is supposed to be like he's gonna swing down. The guy with the axe should be swinging, but
But
like you
yeah,
look
it
at it and
looks
it
like
just
action figures.
it looks like some dude posed and they
Yeah.
like it doesn't look right. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know, and I can't put my finger on what makes it look right, but that's wrong.
So, so here's a funny one. Strange Tales. So Strange Tales was Doctor Strange's beginning. This is
Okay.
number 129. No Doctor Strange on the cover.
Ooh, but I see
And Johnny looks like he hurt his ass.
he did. He's also stretching weirdly.
Yeah. Like he's got Reed's body motion going on. So it says at the top, no, we didn't leave Doctor Strange out of this issue. We just didn't have room for him on the cover.
I feel like they could have squeezed him in.
And then they go, we call them the Terrible Trio. And after you see what they do to the Thing and the Torch, you'll know why, because they hurt Johnny's butt.
They did. It was the Terrible Trio supposed to be a like a like a play on the Fantastic Four,
It usually is in the
Gotcha.
early days, but you know what would end up happening is that you had people that would draw a certain character, like Fantastic Four's Kirby.
Oh,
Um,
sure.
but then if they appeared in another person's comic book, that person would get to draw the Fantastic Four. So they kind of looked a little different, they acted a little different. It's really strange. Okay. Captain Savage and his leather neck
Leatherneck Raiders.
raiders. Number 4.
At least it's the finale.
So this is Strucker.
Okay.
We've
Bad
seen
instructor.
him in WandaVision.
Or at least his name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he the toaster or was it the watch?
He was the watch.
Yeah, the watch.
And
the Strucker watch made by Hydra.
Yeah, he was in the Avengers movie.
He was in Age of Ultron. He was in the end credits scene for.
Yes.
I can't remember which movie. I can remember if it was. Huh.
I don't remember.
I think it was Winter Soldier. May have been. Anyways, yes, he did die.
Okay.
Ultron killed him.
Right.
They took him to jail after they caught him, and then Ultron went to where he was being held and killed him.
Okay.
So he's dead in the MCU, which means he could come back at any time.
Yeah, exactly. I think who set the precedence for that? Colton?
Right. I wonder if going back, if they would undo that. I mean, not undo him dying, but just undo Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as a TV show.
I think that if they could choose now, they would have set Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. earlier. So after Captain Marvel, before the events of Avengers, and have it kind of tell the story of the back characters that no one cares about.
Interesting. All right, what do we got?
We have a treasure chest.
Okay, I've heard of this.
Now, I would like to point out the face on the skull and how screwed up that is.
Yeah,
her nose does not go down.
I'm fairly certain that guy's head is thicker on one side than it is on the other.
My head is thicker on the one side than the other.
But like his is like normal, and then
I just have a thick head.
I think we
can all agree about that.
Happens to the best of us.
Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commanders, number 53. He likes to jump out of helicopters.
Apparently, because like every cover, he's jumping out of something.
This is really cool. I didn't think I would own this comic, but hey, now I do. Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commanders. The origin of Fury's eye patch.
Oh, cool. He got it from Hitler.
Yeah, he sure did.
Oh, he did? I just made that up.
Submariner, number 27.
Okay.
I have not met a superhero that I don't care less of than Submariner.
The Submariner, yeah. Poor guy.
Voyage to the bottom of the sea. Apparently, it has a hairy captain riding a seahorse.
Yeah.
And a trident people in scuba tanks.
I mean, that's why they don't talk about what's at the bottom of the ocean. Because what could be more terrifying than what you just described?
Oh, this is really trashed.
Oh no, the underwater one.
I have it. No, I have it. I have this comic. Not worried about it. X-Men. So this is Jim Lee's X-Men. This is a key, as in it. Someone important died. Blah 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 blah. But it is a thrashed version of it. Okay, Archie number 1 again. I will slowly collect all these Archie #1s. There's like 80 of them.
Oh. Okay.
Jerry Lewis #103.
What? Okay.
And I like this.
Yeah, I love that they're just property of something.
Genghis
Something.
Khan.
Oh.
Man,
Okay.
I need a
Oh, it
better...
did. Genghis Khan School for Boys. That's where the monkey buys his pants.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I think that's my first Jerry Lewis comic.
Oh, cool.
I have this Kid Colt Outlaw #187.
They do seem concerned.
Oh, that's dirty. And not in a good way. So here's Superboy getting found out.
Oh no. He's like, I found your clothes.
So you're Clark Kent, Superboy. What's it worth to you to keep it quiet?
And then he kills that kid.
Yeah. It looks like someone wiped their butt with the front of this. There's like brown streaks going across the cover. Marvel Tales #90. We have Kraven and the monkey and the Spider-Man. Nothing too exciting there. Oh, here's Jimmy Olsen.
Sure.
He gets 9 lives and decides to waste one by touching a power line that's come down.
You know, if someone came to me and was like, hey, like, you can die 9 times now and come back and you're good. My first reaction wouldn't be to, well, how can I waste a few of them?
Yeah, and in fact,
it's like I just have like solace in knowing that, oh, okay, like if something horrible happens or there's an accident, then I'll be okay.
Yeah, it's a free pass. It's not a license to be reckless, right?
Right. Right. So, I think that's what Superman's going to come and kill him the rest of the time. And just be like, you didn't deserve it.
Jimmy says, who needs you, Superman? This live wire can't even tickle me. I have 9 lives.
No, it can tickle him.
The reckless kid, he's already used up 8. If he touches the wire, he's a goner.
You know, at that point, I feel like Superman should just be like, it's cool. Maybe just get rid of the Superman's pal part. Just like
right.
Superman's acquaintance.
But every cover of Jimmy Olsen, he's trying to kill Superman in some other way, or trying to kill himself. So, yeah. So we have Marvel Collector's Item #12, and we have a very weird. Let's see if we can look at that. Doctor Strange on the bottom of that 4-step.
Oh, I see him. Yeah, he looks a little weird.
Yeah.
Doom looks like Doom, which is what I would expect.
Right. Doom hasn't changed in ever. Conan the Barbarian #83. The Man Dragons. They are man on top and dragons below the waist.
Exciting stuff.
The weird part is that their tails are in front of them.
They're dragon tails.
And then this is cool. And a little bit of history. So Tarzan of the Apes
fighting wolves. Key. And there's a couple monkeys helping.
So whenever you see this and it says still only 12 cents, it means within 3 issues it'll be 15 cents. It'll go up to the new price.
Interesting.
And that occurs on $2 comics, $2.50, all of them.
Still only $2.50.
Right. Then you know
this means we're going up to $3.
So that's it. That's what I got.
Cool. No, that
Yeah,
was cool.
yeah. I mean, man, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 30 comics. It's $200. So
Oh, it's
that's
cool that you got one of the ones that you thought you would never own.
yeah.
The was that the eye patch origin? Was that
Nick
the one we were
Fury's
talking about?
eye patch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's cool.
yeah. There's
It's funny.
a
I was
there's a couple in the blind boxes that happened too. I was like, I didn't think I
oh,
owned this.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was watching a video about comic grading, and I was showing it
Yeah.
to, and I think we were just watching it in the living room. So my brother was there, and I was telling him about how like why you only ever see like 9.6 and 9.8, and then
Yeah.
like I told him 10 is like a unicorn. Like
Yeah.
they better slab it right off the press
Yeah. Yeah.
in order for
Exactly.
it to be a 10. And we were just laughing at that a bit because it's like, well, then why? Like, if it, like, I guess if it can happen, then yeah, there needs to be a rating for it. But if it's such a unicorn, like,
Yeah, what's weird is comics is that it's 2 steps. It's a 9.9 and a 10 are both like that. Like super, super rare. And then 9.8s, anyone like could pull a comic out of their butt and get a 9.8. So I don't understand it. What's really frustrating about it is that people will, so if you buy a comic on eBay, it'll literally say, it says this happens on Instagram too. This also happens on Facebook, whatever. They'll say comic perfect for 9.8. Like they say that you could receive it and then send it in.
and then go get it graded yourself. That's funny.
Which they're saying how perfect, but that's true. That might be true at the time that they have it, but then they're going to stick it in the mail system where 1,000 people are going to touch it. It's going to go 3,000 miles.
And by the time you get it, it's a 7.
I've watched my mail guy pick up boxes like this and drop them from here onto the floor. I just and whenever people grade or whenever people base pricing, they base it on the grade that they have declared it is. Oh, 9.9 comic. Whoa. And then you get it, it's like all ticked up down the side. Anyways, grading to me is such a joke. Such a joke.
Which is okay because like you don't collect slabs, so
yeah, I have a bunch, but I don't collect them.
What did you say? You're like, I don't collect them, but I have over 100.
right. Now, like on Instagram, there's a guy called JC Comics and Collectibles. So I won a prize off him, which was a nice comic, and he asked me, "Hey, do you want this slabbed?" I live right next door to the slab place, right? So I was like, "How much is it going to cost?" And he gave me a price, and I said, "Yeah, let's do it." That makes sense to me.
Sure,
but if if he sent it to me and said, "Hey, you better get that slabbed," be like,
yeah, then you're like, no.
What you can do is you can, if you send more than 20 comics into CGC, you can have them review them for $5 a comic.
Oh, interesting.
And they will only slab the 9.8s and send you back the rest.
I feel like that's what's, I don't want to say worth it, but no, like,
but it's the way you should do it.
Right. It is.
Yes.
It's like, why and maybe this is a dumb question. Maybe this is me being ignorant about comic collecting, but why slab anything that's not a 9.8? I mean, unless it's like a super rare run or something like that.
Yeah. So I did a bunch of tests. I sent a bunch of comics to CGC and CBCS, all at different levels. And it's interesting. I think I would slab a silver or bronze at a 6.0.
Oh, okay.
And then a modern, I would do it at a 9.6 or 9.8, depending on where it was in the timeline. Early modern versus current modern. But I would not slab anything that doesn't have a signature on it.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense. I mean, the slab would also protect the signature.
yeah, and that's why. But I'll tell you, I have some slab signatures that are pretty awesome. Like, excuse my belly up in front of.
I mean, if you weren't wearing a shirt, I'd be more concerned.
So it's a Wolverine sketch.
Oh, cool.
And it's signed by JR. And that's a pretty cool like pencil sketch. That I would get slabbed, obviously, but that's the only worth. But I can't now get someone else to sign it as well. Like if I wanted the writer to sign it, I can't do that.
You're done. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
Are you gonna have him sign the slab? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's
so
just...
can you sign a sticky note and put it? Let's put it on there and then get it slabbed again. Over the slab, we'll put another slab.
Yeah, so many just slabs on slabs.
Slabs on slabs.
We heard you like slabs, so we slabbed you slabs.
So I don't know.
Interesting.
I think grading is a crapshoot. CBCS has said that they will offer at some point. They hope to offer. Let me put it that way. Grading without slabbing and slabbing without grading.
Oh, interesting.
Which I really like.
I think slabbing without, I actually think if it was me and I was collecting, because I think if I was to really jump into comic collecting, I think weirdly, I would less go for like, oh, I think this is what's going to be valuable.
Yeah.
I would end up wanting slabbed things that I thought were cool, or characters that I thought had a cool cover,
like iconic.
Yeah, stuff like
things,
that.
Yeah.
Like and so yeah, I think slapping without grading is a cool idea.
Yeah, I think what's been interesting about you, Rob, is that in the last 3 months you've become a comic book reader.
Right.
And I think the comic book reader is actually a dying breed. Most people
get
it for the cover and they never read the comic, right?
Yeah.
And we can see that writing has suffered, the interior art has suffered.
I'm not going to argue any of these things.
Even the advertising has suffered. It's all suffered for the cost of having an awesome cover, and that's why slabbing is so popular. It's like, I'm gonna preserve the cover and I'm never gonna see in the thing again.
Right.
So I don't know. It's like, people do awesome things with their slabs, like they line their walls with them, and the values definitely goes up on certain comics. But I have lots of slabs that I got slabbed for 40, 50, 60, 70 bucks. And they're now worth $20. Right. So I don't know. You want to talk about WandaVision? We will. Okay. How about this? We will tell people now that we are going to talk about WandaVision briefly. So if you don't want spoilers, jump the shark now.
Whoop. Time to get off.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. But don't forget to subscribe and like these horrible videos we make.
And leave a comment. If you don't like what we said, leave a comment. If you like what we said, leave a comment. Like, it helps out.
Yeah, if you want to unsubscribe, leave a comment.
Let us know why. Let us know why.
We know that the content we put together is pretty rough.
Are we too fat? I mean, put that down there too. We're working on it.
I'm not anymore. I went
Ah,
to a
look at how much
breakfast place this
water. Look how
morning.
much water I'm drinking.
I've had like 3 Cokes already.
I
All
drink
right.
like 2 of these a day.
I start my juice cleanse tomorrow. Anyways, all right. Let's talk about this WandaVision thing. Episode 7. Hex has grown.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Darcy is a escape artist.
Right, like a Houdini style escape artist inside the
Yeah.
hex.
I want to do a little more research, but I think because what the people become is actually has some sort of relationship to the rest of the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
Like Wanda views all the people that are working with guns as clowns.
Right, which is
And
why
they
that
all
whole
become
place
clowns.
became a
Yeah.
circus.
And that's a commentary being a circus of how Sword is, right? With this ringleader being whatever his face is.
Hayward.
But I think because Darcy runs away so much in every MCU movie that she's in and survives, it might be that that's why she's an escape artist. Anyways, what else? Basement. Okay, boys go missing.
Yep. I have no idea. I don't know if they were like never real to begin with, or
Yeah,
if they're just gone. They're just missing right now.
I mean, I'm sure they're not going to explain this. I think that WandaVision is going to end with a lot of unanswered questions, and then the other movies are going to fill in the blanks.
Well, and it's funny because if you look at their release schedule
Yes,
for the rest of the year,
yes.
they have
Every week.
something releasing once a week
Yeah.
for the rest of the year, whether it's a movie, whether it's an episode of a show. Now,
it's making of.
Yeah, and although even though like I guess Kevin Feige is really fighting for theatrical releases of the movies.
It's Kevin Feige.
Is it Fiji? I
No,
don't know what his
no,
name
it's not.
is. I think we end up calling him Fago. I think we
Yeah.
call him all sorts of weird stuff in our chat. But he's really fighting for theatrical releases, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna go to a theater right now. Like,
Yeah, no.
even if they opened up in this area, I wouldn't go.
No. I think that's a peacemaker with Disney, though.
Yeah, it
Because
might
Disney
be.
owns some movie theaters, and so they're trying to bring people back to movie theaters. And
Could be.
um,
Although, gosh, I mean, it's terrible, and I know people hated this, but just do what they did with Mulan. Just
okay, Mulan's a bad example.
It is, because it wasn't good.
Right. But yeah.
If it was like, hey, pay, I can't remember what they did for Mulan.
$12 or whatever.
Yeah, say $10-12, and it unlocks the movie on Disney Plus for you, then, or heck, just start selling the movie.
I think doing it that way is going to increase piracy and lower Disney subscription.
I think it would. Yeah, and I thought about that as I was saying it. I'm like, oh, well, people are just going to pirate it this way.
Yeah. Okay, boys go missing. What I don't like about the boys is that they grew rapidly to a certain point, and of course that's probably Agnes's kind of influence, which we identified before that happened.
Yeah, we knew that's where this was going.
But they stopped growing. And it's like, why did they stop growing? Were they replaced at that point with something like a Cinderella rats that grew up into little boys? Or did did Agnes not push the age envelope with them anymore? Were they completely fake, like you said? Are they on the other side of the hex now? So I don't know. The trouble with the boys is that we know them as Speed and Wickham.
Like, yeah, we do.
Yeah, and
yeah,
the story of Wanda with Wickham and Speed is that they get killed, and
Right.
then Wanda uses her powers to bring them back to life.
Right. Which adds some significance to the conversations she's had with them
Yes.
about how, oh, you can't bring someone back to life. Like that's just how it is.
And then she also told him to stay away from Pietro, that he doesn't see he's not who he seems to be.
Right. Right. They do that. And I think that's true.
Yes.
Also evidenced by the Funko Pop
Yes.
Pietro Maximoff with the
Pietro.
actual quotes.
Yeah.
Like what? Okay,
They
yeah,
should have
yeah,
put a winky face at the end.
yeah. They're like, mm.
He should
He
have had
should
a
have
winky.
been
Yeah,
winking.
yeah,
Yeah, he should
yeah.
have been winking.
um, what else? I thought that the actress, and I forget her name now, that's playing.
Olsen.
No, no, not her. Uh, that name is burnt into my head because of a childhood with
Full
Full House.
House.
Um,
Uh,
Harkness. Harkness was like she plays a good straight person and then going into crazy maniacal witch.
right.
I thought that was well done.
Yeah. But like that was the one thing that I think you predicted that was a pretty well given.
Yes, yes.
I
I
mean
mean, that was
the name
established
was
in
so similar.
yeah, yeah. It was a freebie, right? It was like, here you go, here's a freebie.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
did you see the cicada behind her on the?
Yeah, I didn't understand why that was significant, but I noticed it, and it
So
was making cicada noises.
so Mephisto, the
Like
Satan, basically,
cicadas. Yeah.
used to sit on the wall as a fly and
Oh,
listen in on
interesting.
conversations. We'll see.
And which is funny because they went from I can't remember who was always holding the bunny. Was it Speed that was always holding the bunny?
Yeah, I think
Um,
so.
and
It was
they
actually a
kind of
cat,
or
Scratchy.
whatever it was, but they
Scratchy the bunny.
right and they flash to that and because she's like, "Where's the twins?" And they flash to the bunny or the cat or whatever it is, and then they flash to the thing on the wall,
Yes.
the cicada, and then they're like, "I don't know. Who knows where they are?" You know. So
Yeah, so maybe the cicada is actually Wickham and I
or
don't know,
Mephisto, one of the two.
Mephisto or Nightmare. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Like, there's a lot of speculation that there's another level of manipulation going on.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh,
just
like a third level or
like
like
a
someone.
third level. Like
Yeah,
this is DC type of stuff. Like we have a bad
WandaVision.
guy, and there's another bad guy above him, and then there's another bad guy above him.
That's a very WandaVision is such an onion. You got to peel back the layers.
Uh,
It's just like Shrek.
and then we got a hint, and not so much of a hint, but kind of more information about Wanda's attack on Sword to get the body, and
Right,
where, or something like that, and then where we understand better why the director is so wants Vision so much,
right.
because he wants his sentient or
Yeah.
sentinel
Right.
robot back.
It'd be interesting. Part of me hopes they go that way with it, but I can't say for sure.
I don't want sentinels in a Avengers frame.
Oh,
I think
sure.
I think it'd be amazing to introduce them in the first X-Men movie.
Yeah.
Like, have sentinels walking down the street ripping people out of their beds because they're gonna go destroy, understand that's a mutant and that's a mutant, and just destroying
Right.
them. But you know, I'm a Sentinel fan, so
I think whether people admit it or not, I think a lot of people.
The color scheme is hard to get to be.
Yeah. That could probably use some updating. But they're so iconic.
Yeah.
I mean, they're so iconic to X-Men. Anyways, like I can't imagine them attempting to bring the X-Men into the MCU, which is clearly where they're going to go. Like they've talked about that's where they're going to go, and like that's what's going to happen. I've read articles already about how hard it is to replace what's his face as Wolverine, to replace Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. It's like, where do you go from there? He did a good job of being Wolverine. But I don't think you can do X-Men without Sentinels. I mean, it would be a shame, really. Like there are a lot of X-Men villains, and I think a lot of people go, oh, but what about like you need Magneto? It's like, yeah, but it's been done twice.
Yeah.
Like
we have had a lot of 1991 X-Men.
Yeah.
Right.
Very true.
Wolverine as a leader and Cyclops as a leader and Magneto pulling Wolverine's body apart.
Sure.
we really need something different. And maybe
now,
that
if you
means,
could pick an X-Men line that's more recent,
that's
to pull from.
See, I was thinking of going backwards, but
okay, no, that's fine too. Like, what haven't they touched on? Like, since you said it's been a very 90s focus.
Yeah.
What works? And honestly, I'm not even thinking like, well, that they did that back in the 60s. Like, that can't work now. It's like, no, the MCU obviously pulls from wherever the hell they want.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's more, how can they avoid a misstep?
Right.
Than pulling the right story. I think for me, I would like to see a Wolverine-less X-Men.
Sure.
And put Wolverine and Hawkeye as old man Hawkeye and old man Wolverine into a storyline.
That would be interesting. That'd be interesting.
And make it R-rated. Like make it the way you want.
Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, but then your what I call toy line movie, right, which is X-Men.
Sure.
Leave Wolverine out of it. Like, go with stupid things like Jubilee, right? But
sure, why not?
And it might even be better as a TV show.
I'd be okay with that. I want I want to see how Falcon and the Winter Soldier goes.
Oh, it's gonna be awful.
I don't, as much as like I want it to be good. I want all the shows to be good. I don't know. I don't see Falcon and the Winter Soldier being good. I like the Winter Soldier, and I like Falcon.
it's gonna be bad.
I don't think it's so bad. I just don't think it's gonna be good. I'm excited to see it. It's only 4 weeks away or something like that.
4 weeks away.
Because we got 2 more WandaVision episodes, and then the making of, and then I think it launches.
I think it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be the opposite of WandaVision. It's gonna be okay for the first 3 episodes, and then a disaster from then on.
Yeah. I'm interested to see because I know US Agent is supposed to be in there.
Yes.
Interesting to see what they do with that. Hopefully interesting to see how they develop Zemo.
You're wrong.
No? Don't think it's going to be interesting.
The most boring part of the entire MCU universe was Zemo.
Well, maybe he'll have some sort of redemption as far as being interesting.
He's a dude with a beanie on his head.
Yeah.
Sure, he's a genius.
But the MCU is so full of geniuses.
Yeah.
The fact that he's a genius and the only thing he could think of to defeat the Avengers was to tell Iron Man who really killed his parents, and he couldn't, like, how did he know that they weren't going to be like like, oh, see, this is who really killed your mom. and Tony go, oh yeah, I already knew. It's like what happens in that point?
Well, Zemo had already watched the movie.
Oh, that's what it
So
was.
yeah,
He had the script already.
it was a Spaceballs.
He had
kind of
watched the
situation.
other MCU movies leading up to it. He was well prepared. We should do an episode where we talk about the upcoming shows and just
break
our
them each
thoughts.
down.
Just our thoughts on them. We don't need to talk about what if. I'm excited about what if. I think it'll be cool to see the episodes, but like there's no breaking down of that. It's just
I also
it is what it is.
That they took a lot out of it because they made it animated. They couldn't make it in real life because it gets so weird. Like, what if Thanos wore a cowboy hat?
Oh my gosh. What if it was what if instead of the Infinity Gauntlet, it was the Infinity Cowboy hat?
You got
and instead of forged at the Star, they had to forge it in Texas.
What happens if Thanos,
where there's no power,
when he snapped, he actually called Galactus?
Oh, that would be interesting.
Right. So really hard to do in real life. There's 3 different volumes of What If in the comic book series. And the most recent ones were written in the 2000s. Like, it's really recent. But I have low hopes for that. So Falcon and Ding Dong, I think that if they had to introduce someone right at the end, like Doctor Doom, they just wiped them out.
Sure.
And then the show ended. And that brought in the next show. But I think everything we're seeing now, including everything that's going to happen in Ding Dong and Dingbat, is going to be leading up to Multiverse.
Yes.
Doctor Strange's movie. So I expect a lot of weirdness that they can't explain.
Ding Dong and Dingbat, official working title of the. I keep wanting to say Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Captain Falcon.
And I really want him to say Falcon Punch at some point. Or like Falcon Shield Throw. It'll be great.
I just feel like Captain America, you kind of felt like he was a thinking person.
Sure.
But
they have not portrayed Falcon in that way.
Or Dingbat.
Or no, either one of them.
Winter Soldier's thicker than his arm.
Yeah. Like they very much have portrayed it as, Starsky and Hutch.
Yes. Yes.
Buddy cop comedy show with a lot of post-production. So I'm not, interesting. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to watch it.
It's not gonna be good.
It doesn't matter. We're gonna have to watch it.
Okay, you're right. I was like, oh, wait till they're all done and then I'll watch the whole thing. But no, you're right. I'm gonna watch it every week.
Yep.
And some idiot inside Disney is gonna go, well, that movie was a success. Well, that TV show was a success. Look how many people watched it. Dumbass.
And they'll do it based off of your view alone.
Right. They'll be like, that's South African.
People from South Africa.
People to watch us.
People from South Africa watched. Oh, we're good. I'm good.
All the money. We have all the money.
Yeah.
Oh well.
All right.
By the way, it looks like DC Comics is going to sell to someone.
Oh, interesting.
While AT&T maintains the licensing for the characters.
Oh, interesting.
So they can keep making movies that we don't want to see, but we see because we want to see how bad it was.
Yeah. Anyways, I think we're coming up on like an hour.
Yeah, I think we gotta go.
I gotta.
I'm meant to
I've
work or
got
something.
to at least do some work before the weekend.
My camera's not doing any work.
we gotta do something about your camera situation.
It's a 920C. Like it's, I mean, a Logitech
It's the same.
920C.
It's the same one I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's your lighting. That's what it is. No, it's not. It's not. I can't figure it out. Anyways.
Okay. There it goes.
All right. Oh,
Bye.
hey, we'll end on a good note. All right. It's focused. See you later.
Bye.